Merry Christmas. It's a simple saying that too often today we're afraid to say, so let me say it to you again. Merry Christmas. It's funny, we say it a lot this time of year, or we should, but neither word has much meaning these days outside of this particular context. We don't call many things merry anymore, and Christmas, well, it's a holiday, but what does the word even mean? Quite simply, it means Christ's Mass. Christ being the Messiah, Mass being the sacramental and religious observance of his day. Today is the feast of Jesus, the Christ child. Amid all the ribbons and tags, packages, boxes and bags, it can be easy to forget the Christ child. But he's central to this day, whether you recognize it or not, whether you are part of all ye faithful gathering to worship him this day or not. Jesus is born, and that is what we celebrate today. A child that came 2,000 years ago to save the world, to show us a better way. It's hard for some. It's hard for me. I can't tell you how many people I've heard from over the years who think that for whatever reason, they're excluded from this. I'll admit that there's been times, plenty of times, where churches or the people that make up the various churches have done their best to exclude people, to say, no, you've got to be just right, almost perfect, if you want to be welcomed. But that isn't the case. Never was the case, never will be. The Christ child came for you. I believe that we had one perfect person on this planet ever. And him, well, we crucified him about 33 years after he was born in a manger. If the story of Jesus' arrival doesn't tell you that he came for the wayward, the broken, the lost, the misfits, then I don't know what does. Here was the King of the Jews, the promised one, the Messiah, but instead of riding in on a white steed, on a chariot made of gold, instead of coming to us from Herod's glorious temple, he came to us born of a young woman, in a backwater town, in a stable. He came among the common people, among the shepherds. The three kings or the wise men, they came later. I'm a fallen person like you. I am far from perfect, but I know he came for me, and I know he came for you. The question is, do we let him in? Do we make room for him in our lives? It's something that I struggle with. I'll struggle with it for the rest of the year. It's something I'll struggle with through 2016 as I did in 2015 and every year before it. Today, though, I leave you with this. Whether you're surrounded by family or friends, whether you are alone, know that you are loved. Loved by the one that was sent from on high for each and every one of us. It truly is the greatest gift that any of us can receive. We just need to open our hearts. Merry Christmas.